Hi everyone, Amanda Munchie's here. We are on the Bud Show. It is season 2, Vapor Cloud, episode 11. And we are on session 1 right now with our amazing guests starting the show. We have Pink Kush in the house.
Hello.
So we are super excited about this because for anyone who doesn't know about Pink Kush, you should, especially on the women out there that are into cannabis. So we are going to talk all things cannabis tonight, all things women in cannabis tonight. We're going to talk a little bit about the probably event that happened yesterday a little bit. You guys were there.
That was
you did
fun.
a cake cutting. Ooh, next thing you know, we just need to have one where we have a wedding ceremony next.
I'm so down.
Ooh, that would be an amazing Hempel Market. Affordable venue.
Just throwing that out there.
Yeah. We're going to talk a little bit about what you ladies do in the industry, about your drive down here, so we'll get to know everybody. So why don't you ladies kind of start it off? I think I've had the pleasure of meeting Jasmine over here several times. I'm super blessed. I think our paths have now crossed twice, and I'm super blessed again. And our paths have kind of mingled there, but this is the first time we're making them cross, so I'm excited about it. So thank you for joining us tonight. So who are you ladies? Where do we find you? And why don't you tell us why you wanted to be a part of Pink Kush? And I'm going to have you go last because you started Pink Kush, right? I mean,
Yes,
you're the
and
founder.
I've been here before. So.
Yeah, so well, I'm going to have you
Let's
go
hear
last
from
because
the ladies.
Yeah, you're going to be a little bit different than what they have. And just in case anyone gets too medicated, just for note, we have Undo up here. So if you get too medicated. And we also have some stuff to get us medicated, which will open at some point here pretty soon, which is Sublime. So we'll, as you guys chat, we may open some of these.
Both brands that you'll find at our events.
Yes, we love.
Hey.
Hello. All right, so who are you? You might have to come forward a little.
Hi.
Right? Am I wrong?
I'm Meredith Bong and Gongs on Instagram, and I came to Pink Kush because I believe in Jasmine, and as soon as I talked to her and she gave me this idea of women coming together just to empower women, it rang true to my heart. I work with Glowing Goddess Getaway. I do some volunteer work with them, and for me, just Jasmine's doing that on a different level in a different realm, and I'm just so excited. The women I've met, I mean, I've made some great friends, and I'm just so empowered to be around these people. I mean, I drive down from Prescott for it.
That's huge.
Absolutely.
That's huge. And what is it that you drive down here for? Because you're part of Pink Kush.
Right.
No, I get it. And I know, but
I understand completely. So today we had, it was today, right? Yeah, today we had our meeting at the Hemp Marketplace. Help Wellness.
The Hemp Wellness Market now?
Yes.
Very
I want to
nice.
make sure I get the
Great
right. It's an amazing place, and they always are such wonderful hosts.
They're very supportive of us.
Right, and so we meet up there and we talk about our events and what we go over, what we have previously discussed, and who's going to do what in what realm and where we want to see ourselves. And then we each are meeting with Jasmine monthly one-on-one, and then we're doing these wonderful events and getting our name out there and just being there as support. I mean, I've had so many women come up to me and say, what is this? I don't understand. And I'm like, no, this is just to meet people, just to be able to be a part of something.
Yes, this industry is so big, and it's hard as a patient. I think a lot of people don't realize that. So it's amazing to have that space where you can just come together and meet other patients, meet other people in the industry, right? I mean, that's basically what it is,
Absolutely.
Cool. So why did you join or want to join Pink Kush Network? Because you believed in the mission? Is that
I believe in the mission 110%, and I think it's going to go really far, and it empowers me. So when I get to talk to these women and help them or do something that I see will help them achieve their goals, then I get rewarded inside. So it's,
I love it.
Feel good.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
So beautiful. Okay. Tears. I probably
she might need an
now. These are real tears. Okay, tell us who you are. Tell us a little bit about yourself, and tell us why you are a part of this wonderful network.
Well, my name is Sabrina, and I am Who Let Me Be a Mom on Instagram. I recently moved to Arizona, so it's been almost a year now.
From?
California.
Okay.
Yeah, it was definitely a different going from recreational to medicinal. Well, I moved here and I felt like I needed to find friends, but I didn't want just any friends. I wanted friends that I could relate to. Obviously, I'm a mom. I use cannabis, and I wanted to find other moms that I can relate to and other women that, you know, just kind of like a safe place, I guess. So I created the Instagram, Who Let Me Be a Mom, and then that's where I met Jasmine. And then she reached out to me and let me know, hey, if you're interested, this is what Pink Kush is about, and you know, I go ahead and fill this out, and we'll see. And so, so luckily, I joined Pink Kush, and it's just a really great group of supporting women, and I feel like even though I only just met them, I feel like I've known them for so long. I feel like we've all bonded really well together. We all get along, and I feel like we all have the same understanding that there's room at the top for everyone. Yeah. And, you know, we can't make it there without each other.
Yes.
So,
for each other.
So we're always there to uplift each other, and it's a great support system. So if we work well together, obviously our events are a ton of fun, and we have a lot of fun planning them and reaching out to vendors and meeting new people. And you know, we just create these events because we want people to come and meet other people, make new friends, and feel comfortable. So when we go, if we see someone standing alone, you know, because sometimes people do come by themselves because they don't have friends or family that use cannabis.
Cards.
Yeah, or
I
have
don't have
cards.
a lot of friends that have cards until I was in this industry, and now I know all of you.
Yeah. So if you come to a Pink Kush event by yourself, don't worry. If you're standing alone, one of us is probably going to approach you. Probably and you're going to make a new friend that night. So it's always a good time, and it's always a great opportunity to make new friends. And and that's why I joined Pink Kush. So along with being part of Pink Kush, I am a contributor to the Cannabis Cactus magazine. I write about being a mother and cannabis. There it is. That is my second issue.
So this is in this month, right? March.
That's March.
And this is you, right?
Right.
And you're talking about being a cannabis mom, right?
Yeah, and it's a great magazine. So if you guys haven't had the chance, go and check it out. It's Cannabis Cactus on Instagram. The link is in the bio. There's an issue that comes out every month, and what's great about this magazine is that it's actual articles and actual stories about people in the community and people that you know, and it's not just ads and coupons that you usually see in cannabis magazines. Yeah, it's a great magazine.
I've definitely read this magazine previously. There was an article in I think it was like Thanksgiving or Christmas about talking to your, like, coming out to your family, right? Right? Christmas, right? Coming out to your family. So definitely like it. I think they're often at events representing too, so I feel like you can always find Cannabis Cactus representing, which is awesome. So we need people in the industry that are documenting what's happening in this industry, especially in Arizona. You know, we need all of this to be captured so that, I mean, this is a part of history. This is a part of history.
Yeah, and cannabis is at all your local dispensaries. And so if you're ever looking to put an ad in, they're always open. They're always looking for new people to advertise. And, it's a great opportunity to get your name out there.
And if you're not a business, read it because it's educational. So that's part of what we always want to talk about is being educational. It's an important thing in our community. As patients, it's important that we educate ourselves, right, and network and meet people. It's on us, right? It's not necessarily on everyone else to come to us. It's kind of on us to get out there a little bit. And so, thank you. Thank you. All right, Jasmine. Wait. Before you go, which one of these do you ladies want to break into? Why don't we do these ones? Because
I was like, I can't eat them, but I want you to open this one.
Okay, we're gonna open real quick before you introduce yourself. Let's just introduce these. We got some elevated cannabis peach and mango gumdrops. This is by Sublime. We love Sublime. There are sorry, D. I just moved your packaging. Messed up the camera guy. So we appreciate Sublime sponsoring our show tonight and hooking us up with some medibles. We're going to munch on some of these. This is a 10-pack, and it says Each one is going to be 20 milligrams. I'm doing. Oh, I could have just read the front instead of trying to do the math on the back. All right. So Jasmine, who are you? I'm going to eat one and pass them. Is that all right? You ladies eat these.
I just have to acknowledge everything they said though, and how amazing of a team I have, because these are just 2 of our 10 girls, and they're all this freaking amazing. They're all this dedicated to what we're doing and this passionate about Pink Kush and about creating this community, and so I'm just grateful for this team. That's great.
They are definitely.
It's pretty awesome.
Good vibe and women.
We have a team of such diverse talent.
How many people are on your team?
There's 10 of them.
10 women?
Yes.
Is that including you?
No.
Wow. Okay. 10 plus you?
Yes.
Wow.
That's
awesome.
An amazing, building this team has been an amazing opportunity. It's been a learning experience for me in every single way possible, and these girls have been really good at guiding me through that too. So I love this team.
I mean, they said it too, this of women supporting each other. It's so important for us to have in this industry.
We all have really big goals, and we all work to support each other in getting there, I think.
And I think it works really well because we're all open to each other's opinions and ideas. So if someone has an opinion, they're going to speak about it. It's a group of strong women, and it does get a little passionate sometimes. But
we're all different.
But we have a team of leaders.
And you come from different backgrounds, right? So even right here, you guys represent a very diverse group
You've
of
got
women
10 leaders with 10 different viewpoints and one idea that we're all trying to approach. And so, but because of that, we always find, I think, the best solution possible.
Absolutely.
It's awesome. It's really awesome.
10 minds, 11 minds are better than one.
Minds.
Right?
11 damn good minds.
Yeah. And it's great when you can put
at least one of us always has a solution.
Work for the greater good. Absolutely.
So what's the next event?
Okay, so our next event is it's this Friday. I'm a little high, so I need to read the date so I don't say it wrong. What is it?
29th.
Friday, March 29th. It is in Tempe at Sun Studios of Arizona at 6 p.m.
Ooh.
And we have a guest speaker panel of 4 women. So we will be hearing from...
Ooh, wait. Can I say the ones I know?
Yeah, who do you know so far? There's 4.
I think I know 3 of them from your ad. That's how your marketing is pretty good, girl.
Thanks.
So Serena is going to be there. Yes.
Yes, she is.
Rosie's going to be there. Check.
You're doing good.
And 3rd one. Ooh, crap. So it's a nurse with blonde hair, and I totally. I want to say Michelle.
You're kind of close. It's Shelby.
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 Okay.
Shelby Neff. She's going to be talking about a little bit about her personal journey, but also about THC in the brain. We're actually going to kind of start off with that, because this is definitely a really good event to bring your family members to if they are not maybe the most educated on cannabis.
To educate people.
So we kind of want to start with a little basic 101 when all of these women share their stories. Here's why this is working for them. Just a little bit of an understanding.
Who's the 4th one?
And it's male and female. This event.
Our 4th speaker is BZ of Pure Earth. Ooh. And she is going to be talking about PTSD and RSO, which is really cool.
Very important for people to know. Yeah. So this is Friday, March 29th, and from 6, I turned it around.
It's the same.
I know. I'm laughing at myself. 6 to 9 p.m. I'm not even that stoned. This is hilarious right now. I need to eat more Medibles. So how much does this event cost?
Basic tickets are $10 just to go to the guest panel.
Okay.
If you do have a medical card, a $25 ticket will get you access to our medication patio, where you can also get a small swag bag and then refreshments and beverages as well.
Super. I don't think I asked you. Do Bud cards get a discount? Do we talk about this after?
Yes, they do.
Okay, they do.
Yeah.
Bud card members, use your card.
Bud cards get a free ticket. So what are the names of your 2 levels? Standard and premium?
Basic and premium.
So basic gets the ticket to the guest panel, and then premium gets the guest panel and the patio access.
We love looking up our members. So
absolutely.
This is one event, and then you have another event. But wait a minute, let's go back to this event before I move on. What made you want to do mental health and cannabis? Because this is not.
Let's talk about this because this is important. This is something that every single person who sees this event goes, oh my gosh, I need this, or this person that I know needs this. It is so relevant in our community, but it's actually not too talked about.
Correct.
And you'll find that when you go to the dispensary, and ladies, I don't know, you guys might have different experiences, but there's a difference in saying, I need something that's going to help me with X disorder versus a physical illness.
Right.
You know,
Absolutely.
it's kind of a different stigma, and so. This is, so everybody in our group, I know either personally or with a loved one has gone through this. It's really close to each of our hearts, and we really want to bring everyone in the community together and have a platform to talk about this.
It's so important.
What's also very important to note is that we are not giving any medical advice. This is just women who are sharing their stories and what they've been through that led them to finding cannabis or CBD as a healthy coping mechanism for their mental illnesses. So.
Yeah, I think too, like, that's part of it, is that we have to share our stories. Like, we have to normalize it. We have to let people know why we're medicating, how we're medicating, so that when they feel like they have something wrong with them, maybe instead of going to use other remedies, they'll go, hey, maybe that edible, that, you know, bongadong, right? Did I say it right? Bongadong.
You know what?
Bongadong.
No, you sound like
I got you. Bongs and gongs.
But it's funny you say that. I work with a few elderly people with cannabis, and that is exactly the situation. Is they are now starting to see the normalization of it, and that's making them say to their families, "Wait a minute." In one instance, the woman said to me, "You know what? My children aren't comfortable with this." She's 89. She's in pain. She takes 6 Vicodin. This was a woman who called in the middle of the meeting that day. 6 Vicodin a day, and she's like, "I just want something." And her family's like, "Oh no, that will be addictive." And I'm like, "No, it won't be."
6 Vicodin a day.
Will be addictive.
But you know, it's starting that mindset of more people that share, the more normal it becomes.
Well, we should be educating the moms, all the moms, whether they're grandmothers, moms, aunts that are whoever, because they are the ones that get to a lot of say in this stuff. Like, you listen to the mom, right? So if mom says, CBD's okay now, people might start listening, and then it's just
there's a lot of moms giving their kids CBD.
I have
as an alternative to, you know, Ritalin or.
It's amazing.
I actually just gave it to several people before I left that were at the house because they're older and they're in pain. I'm like, here, take these pens.
And that's why I write, because I'm a mom and I just want to bring awareness to other parents that if we're going to be using cannabis, let's use it responsibly, so that way we can end the stigma. And if you're going to be using it responsibly, it's you know, put your stuff away, or you know, give your kids knowledge about this plant and the benefits of what it can do. That way they're educated and they can make that decision on their own. And then not so much, you know, say that it's okay for your kids to do it because, you know, their brains are still developing. So it's important to let them know why they should wait and put it off as long as they can. And then later on make that decision on their own if they want to use cannabis. And so I think that as a parent, I think that's where I think we need to be the ones to be ending the stigma, because I feel like they're the most looked down upon for using it. So if we can show people that we can still have our stuff, it's like, but oh, your mom has to have it all together, and it's like, no, we can still have it all together.
That's how I keep this shit all together.
Right?
What do you mean?
How do you think I don't lose my mind?
But I remember being so scared that I would, you know, be found out and I could lose my kid. But you're right. That was still exactly what kept it together. I'd rather have that than my wine. You know, and then to be able to have my child come full circle.
I've never gotten so high where I couldn't function. You know what I mean? And and even I'm like at home, it's not like I feel like people have this idea that, oh, you're gonna get high and then you're just stuck on the couch. Like, no, it's like we don't have. I know my limits and I know how much I need just to get through my day, and that's all it is. Instead of, you know, taking the things that I was taking before, that just made me feel like a robot.
I sorts like crazy.
Yeah, I felt like a robot. I didn't have emotion. I didn't have empathy for anyone. I just wasn't. I felt like I wasn't here. And then I just was like, this isn't for me. And that's when I realized that cannabis is what was going to help me.
Yeah. Because it's amazing.
Absolutely.
Because it's amazing. Because Amanda Munchie says so. Just for a note. And all these ladies here, too.
Absolutely.
Yeah, definitely.
We all concur. So as far as, like, Pink Kush, I mean, obviously there's a need in the community. And we've talked about this a little bit before. But for someone who hasn't watched a show before or seen you before, like, what made you really want to start Pink Kush, and what kind of was the driving force behind that? Because I know you do some other things. You have another business, right?
I do.
So you do some other things in the industry, and so you've also volunteered with other industries, right? And so, like you've been a part of the cannabis industry. So what made you decide to do this? You know.
So I've always been an event planner. I mean, always. Even making my birthday party's a big ordeal. That was just like always how I've been. So I just assumed that I would do weddings because that was like, you know, the first thing you assume to do when you're
business number one.
When you're an event planner. I was like, weddings are in demand. Everyone gets married. Whatever.
And what's that business called, Jasmine?
Blue Dream Brides.
Blue Dream Brides.
So
beautiful
when
setup she had at the Hempel Market.
Thank you. So yeah, when I realized I could combine cannabis and weddings, Blue Dream Brides definitely became a thing, and it's pretty cool. We're actually in the Cannabis Wedding Expo this weekend in Las Vegas. So if you're going to be in Las Vegas, tickets are $14, so come check it out.
Great price.
Yeah.
And to get to see you. I hope you guys get lots of business from that.
Thank you.
And then, so moving on to Pink Kush, that's business too, right? So how did this, I mean, you were just sitting there one day and I was like,
yeah, with Pink Kush, I was working in the industry, volunteering around, and just getting to like kind of know industry and different networks. And I guess what really started it was just realizing that like I didn't have the community I was looking for, like the sisterhood I was looking for. And it kind of was just that moment of like, what if I don't wait for someone else to make it? What if I do it?
Yes.
And I will be honest, like if sometimes there's days where these girls believe in it more than I do because it gets so overwhelming. But events
are hard. People don't know.
Events are hard,
yeah,
but every moment of it has been worth it. I couldn't have imagined the growth that we would experience so quickly. And the success that our first event would have. And
it was amazing.
Thank you.
I concur.
Yeah.
6 foot bong.
Oh, I have that 6 foot bong in the car if you want to hit it during this.
I
brought it.
It's
pink, of course.
Yay.
Of course.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like it.
That was the driving force for this. And
well, clearly it worked. I mean, you've brought women together. Your first event was definitely a hit. Like I said, you not only vended at the event, but also attended the event and just got to kind of be there. Like it was definitely a great event. The next event, I want to have someone work my table so I can.
So you can go party,
enjoy a little more. No, I want to network. I don't want to party. Jasmine, it's gonna cost me double for my tabling now. No, but seriously, like, because I think there's a lot of networking to be had and a lot of amazing other women that are there to meet. And so, as a vendor, sometimes you're stuck behind your table a little bit. And so, I really look forward to the next one and hopefully getting out a little bit more and being able to connect more, because I do think that this industry is filled with amazing women, and I really do think that if we all support each other, like, amazing things would happen. And there definitely is a lot of negative energy in this industry.
For sure. We've all experienced it. You know? I think we're really fortunate to have a variety of events in this industry too. We have a lot of like job focused and educational networks, and Pink Kush really enjoys, I mean, obviously we're doing, you know, the smaller educational event with mental health, but we really enjoy bringing that social aspect.
Yeah.
Our whole thing is about having a safe place for women to connect with each other and consume responsibly.
I love it.
And be themselves.
Yeah.
You know, feel free to show however you want to show.
Well, and as much as education is important, and I think, I mean, we have this show, so clearly I think education is very, very important. But as much as that is important, like, we do need some time to just breathe and unwind and connect with each other and
like
connect,
hang out, you know?
Yeah. So it's definitely important. So I say thank you from the bottom of my heart for creating spaces again. I think there's room for all of these different events and that they all have their spaces, right? We need the education just like there's room for all these different podcasts.
Absolutely.
We need all this different stuff. This industry, again, we need to be documenting this and capturing it and bringing people together during this time of all times, right? All right, so we're going to go to break. I feel like it's about that time. Is it about that time? I feel like it's about that time.
I heard some deaths.
Timer might go off. So if anyone got too medicated during the session, I highly suggest you do an undo. If you're not, I suggest you medicate on some Sublime. And if for some reason that doesn't get you all sugared and amazing up, then definitely, where'd the pen go? Try some CBD from Hempel Farms. It's fucking amazing. All right, so
that was a great advertisement.
So don't forget to get your bud card, thebudcard.org, so that you can get discounts to all these events. Just saying. we're going to take a break. We'll be right back.